back. It has been so long since I have made a video, and yeah, I'm just going to update you on my life. A lot has changed. So yeah, I guess let's just go ahead and get into the video because I have a lot to talk about. So if you don't know, I am in my internship, my teaching internship, and I graduate in December 11th. I started this YouTube channel this summer. Yeah, this past summer, not knowing what was going to come of it, and it's been a little while. I think it's been about a month since I have made a video and sat down and just talked with you guys. My cat's right here, so if you see her tail or anything, then yeah. So the last time I made a video, it was just a little life update after the first week of internship, and now I am more than halfway done with my internship, and a lot has changed. I made some notes, so I'm just going to kind of like go along with them. That way I know like I'm hitting everything that I need to. In a couple videos ago, I mentioned making a video telling you guys like my tips and tricks for internship or just teaching in the classroom while still in college, and I made the video, but the footage got deleted. I don't know what happened, but one minute it was on my computer in iMovie, and then the next minute it was completely gone. So that was awesome. But I guess I might make another video like after internship, like detailing more tips and tricks that I actually used. I also mentioned that I was going to do weekly vlogs during internship, and that did not happen. I kind of mentioned it, but I said like I'm not sure because of how crazy internship is and how demanding it is, and so it didn't happen. I had every intention to do it, but I am filming on a Canon camera and it's huge, and the only times I would really video would be in my car because I can't video at the school because that's just not allowed. And my phone has no storage on it, so I tried to film a couple clips like a long time ago, and I just ran out of storage, and I was like, well, I'm just not going to worry about it. Whenever I feel like the time is right, then I'll sit down and make a video. And a lot has happened, good things of course, thankfully. So I'm sitting here talking with you guys, sharing all the nitty-gritty things that internship has had to offer. I'm going to be real in this video. Next point is just the process of it all. To get your degree in education, you have to pass something called EdTPA. And if you want to know more about that, look it up. It's very complicated to explain to someone that doesn't know anything about teaching or just the degree. And I don't mean that in a mean way, but it's just very complicated, even for me sometimes. But we submitted that on Wednesday. It is currently Saturday, so that was a huge stress reliever. Just lift it up. We will find out if we pass or not on November 14th, so that is something that I'm currently praying about. It was a long process. We had been working on EdTPA since August, so for like roughly 2 months, all of that work, and just I think it was like 27 files that we had to upload, and within those files there were like 6 to 10 pages of just typing and writing and commentaries. So it was a lot. We did also have to video. We had to have 2 clips, and in our handbook it said that it was a minimum of 3 minutes and a maximum of 20. I was within the min and maximum. I had, I think, about roughly 7 minutes, but I ended up having to refilm my lessons, reteach everything, and I was mad. Like, I'm going to be honest. I felt like I was keeping my class back from moving on, so that was a little struggle, but refilmed. I ended up having 19 minutes and 22 seconds of footage, and the max was 20, so I felt very proud. So I think it was good, and it was something that needed to happen, even though I didn't want it to happen. We also had to get observed by our supervisor, and that went really well. My kids did absolutely amazing when she was there. Having her kind of reassure me of my abilities and just like the progress that I've made from beginning to now, and my CT as well. Like, she is like, I can definitely see growth in you, and it's just amazing to watch you teach and to watch you interact with them. So, I mean, that's good to hear, and I'm not trying to be, like, prideful or anything, but it just makes you feel good about yourself hearing it. Hearing that all of your hard work and all of your dedication to this is paid off. My kids, I am going to miss them so much. Going into this process, I was like, kindergarten? Why? Why, God? Why kindergarten? And I was just very unsettled. I was like, well, like, what do they learn? Like, I don't think it's going to meet the requirements for TPA. And let me tell you, those kiddos are so smart. Like, they're doing things that I wouldn't even imagine kindergarten doing. It just amazes me, and to know that I've been a part of that is very, very rewarding. We had a bunch of parent conferences the last few weeks, and hearing that the kids go home and practice things that we've been working on and that I've been working on with them, it made me feel so good. Oh, social life. My social life, honestly, it's been pretty good. I go to my small group on Fridays. I've missed a couple Fridays just because by Friday, I am exhausted. If you can hear me, I'm like on the verge of being sick. I've been congested all week, and I'm just exhausted. But last night I went, and I really didn't want to go, just because I've been feeling really anxious, and you'll know why in just a few minutes. But I went, and I was like, wow, I needed this. So I still hang out with some of my friends. My best friend is in Nashville, so of course I don't really see her, but she's coming, or she's actually in town, so I get to see her today, and I'm really excited. But yeah, like, I hang out with my family, and it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. Like, I was like, you know, I'm going to come home, and some days I do. Don't get me wrong. Some days I come home, I do what I have to do for school, and I go to sleep. But now, like, turning in at TPA, it's like, okay, I can finally rest. So at small group, we talked about rest, and it's something that I needed to hear because, you know, we all feel so pressured to do everything, and if we sit down even, we feel guilty. And we were talking, like, we shouldn't feel guilty, because that's like the enemy's way of getting into our mind and making us feel bad for something that God is telling us we need. So that message was very much needed, and it was just a good reminder. The next thing is my life update, and I have on here sub-process. So I have some exciting news, and if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you have already found out the exciting news. And so I need to get ready. Okay, so I am in a kindergarten class, and the teacher right across the hall from me is another kindergarten teacher. Absolutely adore her. She's amazing. She is pregnant, and she is going on her maternity leave. November 1st is her last day, and which is Friday. And they have interviewed a long-term sub, they being the principal, assistant principal, and the teacher herself. And it really didn't go, you know, as planned. They were still kind of iffy about it, and the principal and the assistant principal said, you know, we really want Emily to do it. And so after their meeting with the sub, or the candidate, the teacher came back and told me that they wanted me. So I was like, well, I would love that opportunity, and for interns to get a sub position during internship is not really common. It happened last semester with a friend of mine, but there's a lot of hoops that you have to jump through. So I have to get permission from my school, my university, the subbing company, the school that I'm interning at, and like the dean at my school as well. So there's a lot that has to be involved, and a lot of people have to agree on this. And they all have agreed, and I will start subbing in her class November 4th. The new policy for my university is until you find out if you've passed TPA, which is November 14th, there will be a sub in the room with you. But they'll just sit there and you'll teach the whole time. So that means if I pass on the 14th of November, I will start getting paid as a sub, and the sub will no longer be in the room, and it will just be me and the kiddos, and I'll have my own class. Her maternity leave will end after Christmas break, so I'll only be there until Christmas break. So it's not too long, but still, it's very exciting, and I am still processing it all, and that is what I mentioned earlier about being anxious. Kind of all hit me yesterday, and yeah, it just kind of came over me, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is happening. There's a lot that has to be done. This is a big responsibility, but I'm excited, and I know that this answers my question that I asked God back in August or May, I think, or June, I don't know. But just why? Why kindergarten? Why me? Why? But yeah, so it's a huge deal, and last night at small group, everyone was like, congratulations, you're a teacher, and it just was very sweet, and it made me feel very loved, and just excited for what's next. And everyone's just reached out to me because they know that this is a huge deal, especially for an elementary school principal and assistant principal to request you. It's just huge, and I'm just very thankful and very humbled through this, and I can't wait. I'm going to miss my kids a lot. I tell them Monday morning, and then I go to the other teacher's class. That way I can start learning the way that she teaches. It's very similar to my CT, but still. So yeah, I'm going to be very sad on Monday leaving them and telling them. But I'm excited for what's to come. And yeah, so that's my life update and my experience with internship. I am just praying that I pass at TPA. That way I'm just done and I can have my own classroom. So that's what's happening with me. Yeah, I don't know when the next video will be up, but be on the lookout for it. So yeah, that is the end of this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel down below. Follow me on Instagram, and yeah.